Welcome to Theme Park News Roundup, your regular fix of theme park updates, hosted by Coaster Buddy. In today's episode, we're talking Legoland, Alton Towers plans for this year, including recently released planning applications, a breakthrough for the UK Universal Park, and more. Alton Towers is gearing up for the return of Nemesis Reborn by starting testing on the 19th of January, accompanied by a promotional video featuring the epic remastered soundtrack we know and love. Despite the coaster being operational, the opening date has not yet been confirmed, as theming pieces are yet to be installed on the station and other areas of Forbidden Valley, as indicated by scaffolding. However, we can expect it to be open, if not on opening day, around Easter time, when another exciting Merlin development will open, but more on that later. Another exciting development at Towers has been released into the public domain recently, with planning applications for a permanent flat ride in the Forbidden Valley area on the previous site of Ripsaw being released. After 3 years of the Funfair flat ride, Fun Can Fly, being situated on the site, a new flat with an overall height of 18 metres, a width of 14.5 and a length of 11.5 metres will be built. The proposed attraction will have a top height of 13 metres, as it will be elevated off the path by a 5-metre tall building, which will allow guests to walk underneath the ride towards Galactica, the flying coaster of the area, and the roller coaster restaurant. Enthusiasts have noticed that the height specified in these plans matches that of a Huss Topspin, the same model of ride as its predecessor Ripsaw. However, the length of the ride would be slightly larger than the building length, and so it may be a different style of topspin ride. With 2 theming columns either side of the attraction, there is a possibility that this will be themed in line with Nemesis, with the alien's tentacles rising from the ground, or have theming that acts as a callback to its predecessor. Either way, this is an exciting development to see, as the park is significantly lacking in flat rides compared to Thorpe Park, and Ripsaw was an iconic attraction that after its removal left a sizable hole in Forbidden Valley that the Retro Squad simply couldn't fill. Towers has also announced the return of Oktoberfest, fireworks, Christmas offerings and Scarefest, although this time the event will run continuously from the 11th of October to the 3rd of November, rather than being on select dates, a huge step for the park. This means a lineup is missing the Festival of Thrills event, which was poorly received last year, and Mardi Gras, but perhaps a budget that would have been reserved for those events is being siphoned off to improve the theming and variety of Scarefest, which hasn't had the crowd appeal that Thorpe Park has had in recent years with its fresh, impressive maze offering. Currently running from the 10th to the 25th of February is Pirate Takeover, which offers a limited ride offering for families in Mutiny Bay and CBeebies Land, alongside a variety of shows. This event is perfect for young families looking to dodge the steep queues on family attractions in the 10th year of CBeebies Land. Speaking of, the park has recently announced that Bluey will join the roster of mascot characters children can meet in CBeebies Land. Jumping down to Legoland, the minifigure raceway is taking shape, with only the ending spike track to be installed to give the boomerang effect on the ride, and a 30-foot tall minifigure being installed. The 6-ton figure is named Roxy, and she stands vibrantly beside a metal structure which appears to be the base of a billboard-style theming piece, which the riders will burst through. This family thrill coaster features 2 tracks which will duel each other for a racing effect, and will reach speeds of over 30 miles an hour, featuring a boomerang element which means the coaster will go forwards and backwards. Thorpe Park continues with its sparkle work, which includes repaint work on Stealth, Samurai and Colossus, and the refurbishment of the Angry Birds Land into Big Easy Boulevard. The park has released images of Candy Pip's Sweet Easy shop with colourful concept art. These fresh new paint jobs will clean up the skyline in preparation for Hyperia, the UK's tallest and fastest roller coaster, manufactured by Mack Rides. The opening day of this coaster is yet to be announced, but it will be making its debut on the island in 2024, with only the lift hill yet to be installed. This coaster will reach 236 feet tall by the end of its construction and ride at speeds of over 80 miles per hour, and while the layout is fairly short, it will definitely be a must-ride experience with a crazy outward bank turn, massive Immelman and huge zero-G stall. With 3 new coasters for this year, it's hard to imagine there's even bigger news. But there is. Just over 2 days ago, it was announced that the proposed UK Universal theme park has had backing by the government. Does this mean planning has been approved? No. Layout plans for the park haven't even been released as of yet. However, it means that in the event Universal decides the 480-acre plot of land just 25 minutes from Bedford is perfect for the park, the government will be eager to have this huge tourist attraction built. The plot may sound small for a park of its reputation, being half the size of Alton Towers. However, Thorpe Park, which is packed with renowned roller coasters, is just 10 acres bigger. The parcel of land allows for creative, dense themed lands and is 11 times bigger than Blackpool Pleasure Beach, which features 9 roller coasters, 5 dark rides, and plenty of flat rides, so the ride offering shouldn't be scarce if the space is used wisely. Although, for a resort from Universal, I would expect the themed lands to be spread out with a more modest coaster offering, but the few roller coasters there will be, they will be world class. Regardless of what will be built, this is an incredible investment which will be exciting to see developed, and will unlock a much greater competition for other parks to up their theming game. Universal will definitely bring us some incredible dark rides, and for that I will sacrifice a few coasters. Over at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, the flagship store has reopened ahead of a March 2nd opening for the park. Dark ride enthusiasts will be looking forward to this opening, as a ghost train will return with new scenes and fresh licks of paint on original theming pieces, as described in their YouTube Winter Works series, and shown by the scaffolding which has hugged the ride for a few months. The big one also continues its retrack, this time replacing the track on the first hill of the ride, which has become rougher in the past few years, and other rides have received maintenance works. It seems Merlin isn't the only one giving their attractions a sparkle treatment. Events returning this year are Journey to Hell, their Scarefest offering, Ken Webster comedy Hypnotist, Eternity, this year's edition of Hot Ice, being performed from the 4th of July to the 7th of September, and Evolution of Magic, with Christmas offerings set to be announced later on in the year. So, that's all for the first episode of Theme Park News Roundup. I hope you've enjoyed this exciting update from the world of UK theme parks. Thanks for watching. Bye bye!